I am Charmaine Brown, and I am blessed to be here with you this evening, Monday, 6:30 Central Daytime. We're on Impact Gospel Radio, and this is Mental Health, a holistic impact. This is where, as a licensed certified psychotherapist, I look at anything and everything that will affect your mental health. And when I mean anything, I mean anything or any condition, such as family, friends, strangers, yourself, anything that affects your mental health. We look at it. We want you to be in the best mental health possible. We want you to stand strong, and when you are strong mentally, then you are strong physically. That's my belief, because whatever we tell our minds, that's what we do in our body. That's what our spirit does. If we tell ourselves that we are nobody, our spirit tell ourselves we are nobody, and we fall into traps. And so I'm here to talk about mental health. So I want to welcome all of you that normally watch this show. I want you to know that this is a safe place, that whatever you say here will stay here. Well, you're on social media, so it might not stay here. People will tell somebody else, and somebody else will tell somebody else, because we never have everybody have a better friend. I might have a friend, but that friend have a better friend. So as I always say, everybody have a better friend. You're on social media, and so words spread. But when you are spreading your word, don't come back here and spread negative word on what people say, because you will get blocked. So what I'm saying is that this space is I was going to say sacred. It's a safe place. And when we are commenting, when we are criticizing, we do it in love, not hate. There's no place here for hatred. Do you understand? So, welcome. Those who are coming in for the first time, welcome. We welcome you. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, Tumblr, the whole works. So here we are, YouTube as well. So here we are, we have the Raymond Family Saga. So what I do is I come to you with my experience. People have a lot of experience now. Look, there's gray hair here, there's gray hair in my hair. I'm not young. I'm not spring chicken. I'm not spring chicken. I'm a hen. I have gray hair. I'm sure gray hair is there somewhere. I'm sure I saw it. I saw them. So I come with you with experience that I have lived and what I've gone through and where I am at. And when I share my story with you, it's not to boost myself or anything, but it's to let you know that human beings as myself does make mistake and can use strategies to get out of it. And so you have to find your own strategy to get out of whatever trap you feel like you're in. I also come with you with the Raymond Family Saga. This is a story of a united family that depicts our normal family life, the problems they go through, the benefit they have from each other, the support they have from each other, and how they interact with each other. And it shows, we can relate to that, because sometimes they fuss, sometimes they make it up, just like what we do in real life. The story is written from a real life perspective. I also come to you from research-based practice as well, where we do research on anything that will affect us as well. And also sometimes I throw my producer in the argument too. I want you to know that I am a child of God. I don't want to use the word God, but I can. I'm a child of God in the name of Jesus. And sometimes I quote the Bible. Sometimes those persons who are fanatic. I used to go to a school. I don't know if I should say. I used to go to a school, and there were some classmates, and there were some people on campus that were die-hearted fanatics. They were so fanatics that you couldn't say anything out of the ordinary. They would get upset. So there are some die-hearted follower of Christ who, when I quote the Bible in my own word, how I understand it, might say, Charmaine, that's not what the Bible says. But I'm all ears to take your criticism and go apologize and come back fresh. So let's start. We're going to look at the word no. We are going to look at the word no. Why am I looking at the word no? People, there are a lot of us, I have a video about it, but I'm going to talk about no again. There are a lot of us who don't know how to say no. There are a lot of us who are in position who can't say no. There are a lot of us who are leaders in our own rights. When I mean rights, in our own home, in our own businesses, and we don't know how to say no. We don't know how to say no to family members. We don't know how to say no to friends. We don't know how to say no to strangers. We don't know how to say no. And that is putting us in distress, because sometimes people ask us for things that we cannot do, and because we don't know how to say no, we put ourselves in problem because we don't have what they desire. And we go out of our way to get what they desire and put ourselves in debt. Whatever debt it is, whether financial debt, or soul seeking, soul searching, or soul destroying death, whatever death it is. And so I'm going to look at the word no. So I was reading the New International Version Bible, I believe. It wasn't the King James Version, that's all I can remember. And I was reading about the 10 virgin. I was reading about the 10 virgin. And you might say, Charmaine, why are we talking about the Bible? People always talk about the Bible. The Bible is part of my life, so I have to talk about it. Because it's my life. It's not fully my life. Because I just started reading the Bible. Well, I read the Bible when I was younger, but I delved in the Bible when I was 27 and onward. So it's part of my life. So I must talk about it because I use the principles of the Bible. That's what I live by. And so that's my life. So I'm going to talk about the 10 virgin. So there were these 10 virgin, people who are diehard Christian. Do not chastise me if it doesn't go your way. This is how I understand it, okay? So there were 10 virgins. And they were invited to a bridal party. Let's put it in practical. Let's practicalize the Bible. They were invited to a party, a bridal shower. A bridal party. Not shower. They were invited to a wedding. Okay? They were invited to a wedding. And the bridegroom, they were waiting for the bridegroom. And so they were traveling a far distance to go see the bridegroom at this place. And so they got tired and they slept off. They take a stand. They were traveling. They probably rent a room. We're going to put it practically. They rent a hotel room or an inn or whatever it was. They rent somewhere and decided that, you know what? They fall asleep. And so they fall asleep, and when they woke up, they heard a trumpet. And the trumpet said the bridegroom has come. The bridegroom is coming. And so the virgins, they got up. There were 10 of them. They have lamps. They have lamps, oil lamps. And there were 10 of them. And so they get up and shake and get prepared and was going to meet the bridegroom. And what happened? There were 5 virgins who were wise and 5 who were foolish. The foolish virgin said their lamps were outing. They didn't have enough oil because they were so foolish. They didn't stop to get oil. They did not stop to get oil. They did not carry. It's not like me who is so afraid to run out of gas because I don't know where I'm going. I buy a jerry can and fill it with gas and carry it in my trunk of my car. They didn't do that. And people laugh at me when I carry my jerry cans and when I go down to when I go down to my friends in Fort Francis and stuff, and they open the car and ready to wash my car for me, my good friends in Fort Francis, and the gas scent hit them. They said, Charmaine, did you really travel from way over there, way down here with the gas can, and you didn't pass out? I said to them, that's why I felt so faintish. At least I'm not foolish like the 5 foolish virgin. I did have oil. So the wise virgin, they had oil, they trimmed their lamp, their lamps were full, plus they have bottles of oil with them just in case they were traveling too far. And the foolish virgin, they didn't have any oil at all. They didn't even have extra, and their lamps were going down. And the foolish virgin said, give us some of your oil so we can put it into our lamp. And the wise virgin said, no. Did you hear that word? No. And people, this was in the Bible. This was in the Bible. They said, no, we will not give you any of our oil. Go and buy some oil for yourself. We are not giving you our oil because we don't want to run out. And they left to go meet the bridegroom. And the 5 foolish went to buy oil. And when they came back, the 5 wise went into the bridal home, and the door was shut. And the 5 foolish ones who went back to get oil did not get to go into the place that they were having the wedding. And they were cast away. So you're saying, Charmaine, why am I saying this? I'm saying this to tell you that do not be foolish. Do not be foolish like the foolish virgins. If you need your oil, always have what you need with you. It doesn't have to be much, but make sure it is enough for where you're going. If you're going somewhere, make sure whatever you need is enough. If you need something in your house, for instance, you need some food, make sure it's enough. Don't give it away. Don't be like the foolish virgin, because people can say no to you even when you're in distress. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will continue with the word no and why it's important for you to say no. Let's take a break. Welcome, everybody. I am Charmaine Brown. I'm blessed to be here with you. This is Impact Gospel Radio, and the program I do is Mental Health, a Holistic Impact. We are on, our website is www.mentalhealthhorizon.com. If you want to send us comment, because most people send me DMs. People will be watching the show and DMing me. All those people who privately DM me, big up, big up. Praise God. You can send us comment on info@mentalhealthhorizon.com. You can also go on Impact Gospel Radio on YouTube. You will find that. We have lots of resources for our communities, but you have to ask for what you need, because as I will do a show on it. If you don't ask, you don't get. Knock and it shall be open. Ask and you shall receive. It's there. The principle of living is all in the Bible. People, the principle of living is written all in the Bible. If you don't ask, we're not going to come and walk and take it to you. No, we're not going to do that. We're talking about no. And I was saying, do not be foolish. If you need to say no, people. I don't know why people are afraid to say no. I have an idea why people are afraid to say no. They are afraid of that people's going to say they are mean, that people are going to say they are selfish, that people are going to say they are no good. People, you say no have nothing to do with your personality or your character. It has to do with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. If you're white, are you going to give away your nose to spite your face? I know of at least one person. That will give away anything that they have. And I believe it's foolishness. You can't give away everything that you have. Well, you can, but you're not supposed to give away everything you have. And then turn pests to people who you think will help you. It doesn't work like that. You give away all you have and turn pests to somebody else. How does that work for you? Or you give away all you have and do without. How does that work for you? You give away everything you have and do without. How does that work for you? Don't get me wrong. The more you give, the more you receive. But what are you giving? And how much are you giving? Because God give us wisdom. We are supposed to have wisdom with whatever we are giving. You have one kidney. So you are born with two kidneys. Most people were born with two kidneys. You give away one of your kidney to somebody you love dearly. You have one kidney left. I would normally say leave, because it's in the present. But English is such a word that it's left. You have one kidney left. And somebody asks you for that kidney. Are you going to be foolish to give away the one kidney? Unless you don't want to live, unless you have planned for your life that you were planning long time to get rid of yourself off this earth. So you said you're going to give the one kidney. And trust me, people, I'm telling you this. From a legal standpoint, it is an implication for a doctor to know that you have one kidney and you're going to take that one kidney to give somebody. They're not going to do it. And don't think you can fool them, because they have scans. They do scans to make sure that your kidneys are there and are functioning. And if you have one kidney and somebody else needs the other kidney, even when you sign up for the medical assistant in dying program, because you have to be either terminal, God forbid, or now they put mental health in it. Now they put mental health. If you are suffering from severe mental health, you can sign up for medical assistance in dying. But what I'm saying, that's beside the point. What I'm saying is that no doctor is going to take your own one healthy kidney and give to somebody. So even if you don't say no for whatever reason about that kidney, the doctor would not do it. So what I'm saying, you cannot give away the one thing that will save your life and say, oh, God will bless me. And then ask God, why didn't you, I gave away this, why didn't you give it back to me? When you said to give and I will receive. People, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish, and we're not watering down no word or watering up no word. But you have to be wise. The word no. Why shouldn't we say no? So you can say no, you cannot, you might not say no. If you have more than what you need, you can say yes. If you know where the whatever is going to come from. And I'm not talking spiritual now, even though everything is spiritual. I'm talking about you are sure that if you give away this phone, you have one upstairs to call in case somebody rush into your property to harm you. You have a phone to call 911 or 119. Wherever you are, that number, wherever you are, the emergency number. You cannot give away one thing if you don't know where it's coming from. And don't be afraid to say no or ashamed to say no or feel guilty. Some people guilt trip people when they say no. You people need to stop it though. You people need to stop it. Somebody tell you no and all of a sudden you are telling the whole world, oh, I went to her and she said no. Yes, she said no. You should be ashamed to be dragging the person's name down in the mud like that. Just because the person say no. And you say no, the person's afraid to look at you. The person's afraid to face you. What kind of world are we living in? I tell you no and I come and see you and I'm afraid to look at you. No, I'm not going to be afraid to look at you. I tell you no because of reason. You must have a reason why you're saying no. Either you don't have it at the moment, what they're asking for, or it's going to be difficult for you to give what they're asking for, or whatever they're asking for is putting you down and destroying your character, your personality, and your values. Or when you say no, it's just not working out. It will not work out. But you must have a valid reason why you're saying no. Somebody can't just say, Charmaine, can I have something? And I just say no just like that. No. I have to have a reason why I'm saying no. I'm not a mean person. I'm not unkind. I'm not just going to say no because I want to say no. I'm saying no because I need to say no. I'm saying no because I have reason to say no. I'm saying no because if I say yes, it's going to put me in jeopardy. I'm saying no because if I say yes, I'm going to be in danger. I'm saying no because if I say yes, my whole persona is going to be affected. So you must have a reason why you're saying no. You can't just say no just because you feel like saying no. That's not what I'm saying, people. The wise virgin said no because if our oil run out, we will not get to our destination. They just didn't say no because they didn't like the foolish virgins. No, they didn't do that. They say no because they have a logical explanation. They have a destiny to fulfill. Some of us have destiny to be fulfilled and we keep saying yes and we can't reach our destiny. God didn't allow us to be so foolish, people. No. We must be able to say no because the reason is valuable. We must be able to say no because what we are thinking about and the plans that we have warrant us to say no. Not because we are mean and spiteful and inconsiderate. No, that's not the reason. And when you say no, do not be afraid. Do not be ashamed. Do not feel guilty. When you see that person coming down on the right side and you see the person from afar, you're running back to go hide. Stop those foolishness, people. Those foolishness don't work anymore. This is a new era where you have reason to do things that you need to do. Even people who are evil, they rationalize what they do while they're doing evil. And you who are doing good don't know how to rationalize why you are doing the good. People that just can't understand. Anyway, I want to let you know that we have a ministry coming up. The Self-Care Blessing Packs. It's a ministry that we are going to do from the mental health horizon perspective. We're doing it from our company. This is where we provide self-care packs, blessing packs. It's blessing. We are blessing people's life with small packages of things that we think is warranted in person's life, that we think will help. When we go there and we do this, we will have more stuff add to the package that people will say this would what they would have rather from what is in the package. But the most essential things will be in the package. And it's for people who are having a hard time. Those who are homeless, those who are almost homeless, those who are not homeless but catching somewhere because of reason. They might have a home but they're catching. People, if you don't know what the word catching means, I'll tell you. They go somewhere and ask if they can stay over. And overstay their welcome. To the point where the people who they are staying with are fed up of them and want them to go. But they don't have anywhere to go because they cannot go back home because what they did was against the value of those people at that house. That's what I mean. We are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you a little bit more about this self-care package thing. Let's take a break.
where the party's at. Hands up, heart up back now. We don't claim any know-how. We give and God all that. Wherever we go, that's where the party's at.
Hi everyone, I'm Charmaine Brown and I'm blessed to be here with you on Impact Gospel Radio, Mental Health, a holistic impact, where I look at anything and everything that affect your mentality. And you know what? There's a lot of things that affect our mentality. There are a lot of things that affect our mind and our thoughts. And whatever affect, believe you me, people. So don't believe me, try it yourself. Do a research on yourself if you don't believe me. Whatever affects your mind affects your whole life. I don't want you to try it because I know it's true. I know it's real. I know it is a fact. Whatever affects your mind affects your sleep because it affects your thought process. And you keep thinking and ruminating. And once you're ruminating, you cannot eat because you're too worried. And when you cannot eat, you cannot sleep because you're too hungry to sleep. Hold on, I'm going to continue. I'm laughing because it's not a joke thing. It's a real thing. But when I look at it like when I'm talking to you and the visualization, it just caused me to laugh. All right, I'm going to start over, people. I shouldn't start over because I'm going to laugh. Whatever, I'm trying to be serious. Whatever affects our mind, because of what we're thinking about, whether somebody did us something wrong, whether we didn't do something right, whether we wanted to do something, whether somebody's being B-T-H- to us. I'm going to ask the radio station and their crew to take away the producer from producing, because every time I am talking, he laughs and make me laugh. But when we are not able to conceive the thoughts we have in our head in a positive manner, we are not able to sleep. Before the sleep comes in, we are not able to eat because we are too worried and we don't have the appetite. When we go to bed, we cannot sleep because our mind ruminates and it not stop chatting over whatever the problem was. Plus, we are hungry, so the rumination plus the hunger allow us to stay awake. When we stay awake for a long period of time, we become tired. When we become tired, we become restless, we become angry, we become frustrated over simple things. When that happens, it breaks relationship, whether friendship, spousalship, familialship, whatever the ship is. It breaks the ship and sink. Let it sink like the Titanic, people. Because of our attitude that comes from whatever was happening in our mind. When the relationship are broken, we have nobody to support us. Because some of the relationship that we break because of mental health issue or issues, those relationships were our supportive system. When our supportive system is gone, we become frustrated and don't want to stay put We don't want to stay here. We don't want to stay in the world. And I don't want you to go test this. I want you to stop it. I want you to find strategies where you stop it. And so I was talking about the word no. If you tell somebody no and they are guilt tripping you, then that person who you tell no and the person who is guilt tripping you shouldn't be where you are, shouldn't even ask you for anything for you to say no. They shouldn't even be in your circle if they're going to guilt trip you when you say no. People, I like to sit here and talk to you. I like to chit chat and I like to laugh. My life is fun. I'm having a happy time, a joyful time in the Lord. I'm having a joyful life. And so it allows me to laugh easily over things because my mind, the way I learn, I have to see the thing. It has to come to my mind and I have to put it practically for me to learn about something. If you want to teach me something that I will learn forever, allow me to imagine it the way I can imagine it in a practical manner. And I will always have that in me. I'll never forget. So when I'm thinking about these things practically, sometimes my mind I just laugh. It doesn't mean that whatever I'm saying is not real and it's not true and it's a joking matter. No, that's not what it means. What it means is that when I look at it from a standpoint, it can seem funny. But to the person who is in it, it's not funny. I was there before, so I know what I'm talking about. I was there before. I know what I'm talking about. And so I don't know, it take a long time for me to learn to say no, but I can say no just like that now. I can say no just like that because I think about the reason why I should. Or the reason why I should not. And so what I want you to do, what I want you to get into your life is to have a concept of who you are, who you really are. Because some of us think we are this and we are not. Some of us think we are that and we are not. And so to know who we are, we have to spend time with ourselves. And when we spend time with ourselves, we learn who we really are. And so when you know who you are, you know what you want to say yes to and what you want to say no to. Because if somebody's going to drag you down to the river and you can't swim and say to jump, are you going to jump or are you going to say no? People, don't be foolish. Because some of us is so foolish that we will jump because people said to jump. We can't swim and people say to jump, I'm going to save you, and you jump. And when you drown, you not even know that you drown because then you would say, if you knew, you would say, if I knew what I know before I drown, I wouldn't have gone to the river. I'm sorry, people. What I'm saying is that when you know yourself, you know when and why. And don't let people take you for granted. Don't let people take you for granted. You're better than that. And so we come back to our mental health. With the no and our mental health. How does no affect our mental health? People, we have to have a strong mental health for us to say no, because your mental health have to be healthy. Because you must know that when you say no, people might look at you in your mind, people are looking at you in a different way. And if your mind tells you that people are looking at you like you are mean or you are unkind, then you're going to want to shrink inside. Your mind is going to tell you that you're small. And when your mind tells you you're small, you're going to act small. The things that our mind can do to our lives. If people just know the things that our mind can do to our lives, you would be surprised how strong you are. You'd be surprised how much control you have. You'd be surprised how powerful you are. You'd be surprised the things you can get over. You'd be so surprised the things that you can get under. You'll be so surprised that the word said, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you'll be surprised to know that you can tell the mountain to move into the sea, and it moves into the sea. That's how powerful, I'm telling you. When you're spiritually connected, that's how powerful your mind can be. When you say no, people will make you look small, and then your mind said you're small, and then you start acting small. You start feeling you have no confidence. You start feeling like you don't have any self-esteem. You start feeling like you shouldn't have said no. No, you feel bad. You feel guilty. You feel ashamed. You feel so small that you don't even want to see the person. People, stop it. Step up and step out. Step up and step out. You have the power. You are strong. You know what you're doing. You can do it. You know what you're doing. You can do it. Okay, let's finish with the chit chat. Just learn to say no. You will get there. I did get there. So, I like to advertise people's stuff. I hope some of you had gone to Newark in New Jersey at Gyro Jerk place, that restaurant. I hope you people went there and eat there. If you did, you let me know. I hope you also, some of you also use that cleaning company as well. I hope if you do, let me know how they did. If they did well in your place. Also, a friend of mine wants me to look over something to advertise. I haven't looked it over yet because I normally like to advertise wholesome things on the show. And if I don't consider it wholesome, I don't do it, because I believe in wholesomeness. I believe in things that are good for us and that are good for other people. And so I believe in that. We didn't do anything about the Raymond family saga this week, because I really want you to get the use of saying no, and why you're saying no, and how to feel when you say no, and how not to feel when you say no, and have reason to say no, and can tell people why you say no. You don't have to tell people why you say no. You can say no, but if people want to know why, because some people will say, why did you say no? Then you have to tell them why. You have to rationalize why you say no. And stick with your plan. Stick with what you do. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on, I always try to say Twitter, X. We are on X, we are on, I don't remember anything else. LinkedIn. I don't, stop doing that, you're distracting me. So we are going to go. Join us next Monday at 6:30 Central Daytime, 7:30 Eastern Daytime, and look up Impact Gospel Radio and just talk to us. Send us something, anything that bothers your mind, but please be respectful of others and do not shame anybody on this show. We are going to say bye. Have a great evening. All the best. Bye.
Let's throw this party in gear. We want the world combined. Wherever we go, that's where the party's at. Hands up, holler back now. We don't claim any know-how. We giving God all that. Wherever we go, that's where the party's at.
Impact Gospel Radio and Mental Health Horizon. All information posted or aired is merely for educational purposes and is not a substitute for seeking further professional advice. While the information aired has been verified to the best of our abilities, we cannot guarantee there are no mistakes or errors. We reserve the right to change this policy at any time. If you want to stay up to date with the latest mental health information, please visit our website at www.mentalhealthhorizon.com, book an appointment at info@mentalhealthhorizon.com, or tune into the broadcast every Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time.